good advice.
Yeah.
I used to work in the city of London, which is like the Wall Street of London, and I had a lot of younger guys that were my clients, and they'd get to a point where it was time to make a move. You know, they'd have to want to move from one bank to the other, and they'd be frustrated because they weren't being valued by where they're at, and they interview somewhere else, and they're offering them double the money. And I'd say, look, at some point, you know, you're never gonna make the jump at your familiar territory because they remember you as the kid that used to get them coffee, you know, and they also value you because you're there every day. But some people never make the move because they're not willing to take the risk, and they're not willing to go somewhere unfamiliar, and so they stay and they just grind it out. But sometimes you just have to go, and it doesn't say anything about the people, it's just that environment. It's weird, in the UK, you know, we made this movie a year ago called We Will Not Be Silenced that talked about us getting censored in 2020. I submitted it to film festivals all around the world. We won like 25 film festivals. It was crazy, never won one before in my life. 0 in the UK. You know, and it's just interesting, you know, and when I walk around London, people stop me, but when I walk around Dubai, it's like 10x. So there is something about the familiarity and the homegrown nature where people just don't value as much because you're always there or you're this, that thing. So it's a good lesson. But if you're not willing to go into the fire, you're never going to get to the next level. And so you come to Dubai and that gets you on a stage back with Americans like Elon and Dalio and stuff like that.
But probably one of the biggest stages in the world.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's wild, and like I said, it was 3 months of like, I don't know what's going on. Like, are we gonna make it? And then the tide shift, and so I just believe that if you keep being a blessing to others, you'll be blessed, and the uncertainty is where the magic happens, right? If we knew exactly that our business plan was going to be flawless, it would be boring. You'd actually be bored. Like, imagine going, although it'd be great in the beginning, but imagine you went to gamble and you knew you're going to win every time. You wouldn't like it. And so I think there's a lesson in the uncertainty. And if you can move into the uncertainty, you'll welcome more magic into your life. I mean, how many of you remember a moment where a person, a place, an opportunity fell into your lap and you were like, this is crazy. I don't know about you, but I want more magic in my life. And when we try to put the known over the unknown, we block the magic from happening. And so have an intention, have a plan, but surrender to the way that it manifests. That's the magic.
Another one of my mentors once said, he said, Brian, success is on the razor's edge of failure. And I always try to remind my students that when you see successes out there, don't for a minute think that this is easy. Whether you're Apple Computer or you're Nick or you're even Tony, everybody is constantly taking risk and reinventing themselves just to stay relevant, just to stay growing. And don't ever think that it's anything but that, you know, and I've been doing this for 14 years, but like we've been reinventing who we are and what we teach and how we make money pretty much every year. And I love it, you know, and it's so important or you're never gonna stay relevant and you're not gonna enjoy as well, you know.
That's what I loved about you, and we shared it off screen, is like you're always innovating, you know, and that's what the highest achievers do is we're always looking for the 2 millimeter shifts. We're always looking for those small shifts and, you know, doing something and then going back and saying, okay, what went right, what went wrong, how could we do better, and constantly innovating. And it's a lot of energy, but it's what we have to do. But I love that quote. It's on the edge of the success is on the edge of the razor blade, because I'm like, is anyone else struggling like I do, or is anyone lay in bed and think about things all night? And it's like, you're not the only one. But like, for the guys out there with this influence, talk about it more, please.
Yeah, it's a funny thing, isn't it?
Please talk about it more.
It's a funny thing,
right? Like, I want to like Tate, tell me when you're struggling. You know, like there's a part I know you're in there. You know, like give me it. Like I want to hear it.
It's tricky because like they'll talk about it 2 years later, which is better than nothing.
Yeah.
By the way, back then I was going through a really hard time, and that's better than nothing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is tricky because it's weird because you kind of want them to talk about it, then the public probably doesn't want to hear it. But then you're gonna need new people anyways. It's a tricky one.
Yeah,
isn't
it is.
It's a fine line that people need to follow. But I love what you said about Dubai. There's so many amazing things going on here. That person of determination says a lot. It says that the people at the very top are thinking about this detail. And this place is all about details. You know, the cleanest city in the world, I think it just made. One of the safest cities in the world. And I love the fact that everyone is here intentionally. Everybody moves here to make their life better. Whereas when I walk around London, I'd say 20% of the people are there to make their life better, and everybody else is just there.
Yeah.
And you feel it, and everybody here wants to collaborate. It's funny, like you said, there's no flexing in Dubai. I know a crypto influencer named Carl who's got a Bugatti, and he posted a video the other day where he was scrolling down with his Bugatti in the parking lot, and there was like a better supercar next to him, and he said, in Dubai, there's always somebody with a bigger one.
Yep.
And so
Peter Thiel took $500,000 and turned it into $1 billion using the exact same techniques we're using inside the investment club. He met a CEO, his name was Zuckerberg. He pitched him the deal and he said, okay, I'll give you $500,000. Mark went public and sold the shares to people like you. Well, what happened to Peter? Well, he exited and got a 2,300x return. The wealthy invest in early stage companies, folks. The public markets are for suckers. It's a rigged game. By the way, this happens in crypto as well. It's called pre-sale tokens. This is Solana. Does anybody know this chain? They sold pre-sale tokens for 4 cents. And you can see the date on there, April 5th, 2018. Look at Solana today, folks. That thing's up over 1,000x. The media and Wall Street and all these hype people get you to buy the top. Meanwhile, they put their clients in at the bottom and they use you for liquidity to make their clients rich. You can play this same game. You just have to have the financial education and the deal flow. That's it.
you would think that could be disempowering. It's actually super empowering because it just kind of levels everything. It's like, look, you're not going to impress anybody with anything materially here, ever. So then what else you got?
Yeah.
And like you said, it's character, it's reputation, it's the work.
Which I love.
Yeah.
I love that.
I'm
I'm like, finally,
yeah.
they see me
Yeah.
for the value.
Yeah.
And also, I just believe proximity is power. So if you could be around money, you're going to make more money. If you're going to be around powerful people, you're going to be able to do powerful things. And I've never been in a more dense, high network place in my life. It's insane.
It is insane.
It's insane.
It's insane.
If people aren't here, they're visiting here, or they live here, and from all over the world. We're blessed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really is. And it still has a weird stigma if you're in America, although that's changing a lot too. But yeah, it's crazy. I mean, I could go out in London and maybe meet one person that might be helpful as a network and perspective, and then maybe something would happen in a month. I can go out one night here, I could literally meet 10 people, and the next day we're messaging, saying, okay, what can we do? What would you like to do? It's just crazy. And the vibe is just, there's a reason I'm here right now. I'm just attracted.
It's a frequency, bro.
Yeah, it is a frequency.
It's a frequency.
Yeah.
You know, and there's everything's energy and it's frequency. And places that are toxic or not so good, it's a low level frequency. And so you move here, and even if you think about what's interesting is the prayer. It goes off. What they pray five times a day.
Yeah.
If you think about prayer, they're cleansing the energy 5 times a day. Even if you don't believe in what they believe, there's still environment. The collective consciousness is praying and sending love and intention 5 times a day. There's a frequency.
Definitely. And it's a form of meditation. It's a form of gratitude. It's a form of getting out of your own head.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot
to learn.
Yeah.
There's a lot to learn, observe. And I think the locals, Emiratis, incredible moral compass. Present, they're dialed in. Incredible skills, incredible people skills, love, heart. And I love the culture in the sense too. Another thing about Dubai and working with locals or just in this region is people want to hang out first before they do business. I'm not used to that. In America, it's like you sit in a call or you get in a meeting, it's like bam, 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 this is what it is. Here they're like, eat, let's eat, let's hang out, let's drink some tea. And I learned from fellow brothers that are Muslim. They want to know your heart before they do business with you. And I'm like, finally, a place.
I know, right?
Who sees my heart? Like I'm a good person trying to do good things, and they see it.
Yeah, I was told that when I got here. I'm like, oh, this is a real relationship place to do business. And I got told of a story of some fund manager that flew in from New York for 3 days to raise money for his fund. Mm-hmm. And he flew out with nothing. And the guys were saying, yeah, that's what he should have expected. And then the more I thought about it, I was like, yeah, you should do business that way. You should do business with people you like and whose character you really vibe with. And so, yeah, I like that.
I love it.
That's the way I think it should be. And I agree, like the Emirati and the people here, I find that they're really present, have a real thirst for knowledge. They really want to listen to you and hear what you have to say, and it's the opposite of what you might think, you know. And I'm still trying to tell my parents in California to come visit me, and isn't that next to Iran? I'm like, trust me, Dad, this is the future.
Yeah.
And the other thing is I do this walking meditation every morning where I'm at, which is in JBR, and it overlooks the Palm. And so I'm always just trying to get myself to a higher level. And then I'm walking by these things and I'm like, look at how big these guys think, you know? They've created the most beachfront property, man-made, ever done. It's the tallest building in the world. Next they're going to space. And I'm just thinking, you know, what are these guys telling me about how big I have to think? And it's really motivating. And they keep their deadlines and they run the government like a business. It's nice to be around high performance people. High performance people like being around other high performance people. And this place is the ultimate high performance place. And it's just, yeah, feels good.
I've never seen anything like it.
It's good. I'm glad you came.
Hey, I know investing in crypto is scary. It takes a real leap of faith because there are so many scams, rug pulls, and bad actors out there. It's a dangerous business, which is why 95% of people lose all their money. Well, that's why I created the London Real Investment Club, so you can access the hottest deals on the planet and use the crypto bull market to create the generational wealth that you deserve. Join my team of over 100 people from around the world that are making millions of dollars behind the scenes investing in blockchain, AI, Web3 games, DeFi, Bitcoin, and more. Don't miss out. Click the link below to book a call with one of my team now. But hurry, this bull market will end soon.
I know investing in crypto can be scary. That's why you gotta join the investment club. Pull the trigger. Let's do this.